You've really set the scene for us this time. That opening line, demanding blood from a sacrificial lamb, it just throws you right in.
It does, doesn't it? And from there, it's just this cascade of, well, tense moments, medical stuff, secret political games, even some pretty daring escapes.
Exactly. And we've got these snippets from Cinder, Cress, Stars Above, Winter, quite a collection. Our goal today is, I guess, to dig into these and figure out what's really going on underneath.
Yeah, to connect the dots, because each piece, like you said, from those different books, it adds another layer. You see how Cinder's story connects to Kai's and how Levana looms over everything.
Right. This isn't just a recap. We want to pinpoint those key moments, maybe the hidden tensions and, where things might be heading. We're tracking Cinder, Kai, Levana, trying to piece together their moves and motivation.
And Cinder is definitely front and center early on. That scene with Dr. Erland, it raises so many questions right away.
It really does. He points out these physical oddities, right? No tear ducts, can't blush, immediately sets her apart.
And then he drops that line about her being too precious to kill. Suddenly, she's not just different, she's valuable. You have to wonder why. What makes her so important?
Yeah, what's the secret? And Dr. Erland links it to maybe stopping the cyborg draft, even offers payment. So her unique biology isn't just personal, it's political. It could change things.
It feels like it holds massive potential, maybe even leverage.
And then, just as you're processing that, you get that voice.
Yeah.
The demand for blood, the sacrificial lamb. It's chilling. It underscores that she's caught up in something huge and probably dangerous without even choosing it.
Absolutely. And you see Prince Kai reacting to this. He's intrigued, but also worried about her.
He seems to hope Dr. Erland is actually trying to protect her.
Yeah.
It suggests Kai's noticing her importance, maybe even feeling protective.
It could be. Or maybe just aware of the implications if Erland isn't being truthful. It shows he's engaged, thinking strategically, but maybe personally.
That's a good point. He's definitely not just sitting back. Which leads us to his own digging.
Yeah, his secret research. Looking into the lunar air when everyone supposedly knows Princess Celine is dead.
That shows some serious skepticism on his part, doesn't it? He's not buying the official story. He's proactive.
Definitely proactive. It suggests he senses something's off, maybe politically, maybe just intuitively. It's a risky move, questioning something so established about lunar history.
And you feel that pressure building, especially with Queen Levana's visit looming. He's clearly worried that people aren't going to like this. That says a lot about the Earth-Luna tension.
Oh, hugely. Her arrival is a massive political headache for him and potentially dangerous. You see it in his talks with Torin, the protocols, the careful handling required.
And Levana's already questioning his decision, even before she gets there. You can feel her trying to control the situation.
It's like a constant power play with her.
But then, amidst all that political stress, there's this very personal moment. Kai offering Cinder those wedding rings, wolves and scarlets.
Wow. That felt significant, didn't it? Like a real shift. It's more than just political calculation. Offering the rings, talking about her being his empress. That's a huge statement.
It really is a sign of a deep connection forming, despite everything. Okay, so let's shift focus to Queen Levana herself. Her arrival, demanding the mirrors be removed. What's that about?
Well, it's classic Levana, isn't it? It screams insecurity and control. Yeah. Lunars use glamours, this mental manipulation to change how they look, how others perceive them. Mirrors presumably show the truth.
So she can't stand seeing her real self or letting others see it.
Exactly. It points to this deep need to maintain an illusion. And Kai's reaction, mirrors, right? I forgot. Yep. is almost resigned. Yeah. Like these bizarre lunar demands are becoming normalized, which is worrying in itself.
And her gift to Kai, coupled with those threats about the marriage, his coronation, it just feels so manipulative, calculated.
Oh, absolutely. There's always an agenda with Levana. It's never just a gift. It's a move on the chessboard.
And her confrontation with Cinder later, knowing about the stolen ID chip, calling her a shell, that shows Levana knows more than she lets on and feels this real animosity towards Cinder.
Definitely. She sees Cinder not just as an obstacle, but perhaps understands her nature, her non-human part, and despises it. It hints at some prior knowledge or investment.
We see her power, too, how she controls people. But then there's Winter. Winter seems resistant.
Yes. Winter's resistance is key. It shows Levana's control isn't absolute. Maybe it's Winter's strength, maybe something else. But it's a crack in Levana's facade.
And speaking of facades, the mention of scars under Levana's glamour, that hints at something hidden. A vulnerability, maybe.
Precisely. A past trauma, perhaps. Something she's desperate to cover up with illusion. It makes her slightly more complex than just pure evil, though still terrifyingly powerful.
Terrifyingly powerful is right. Look at what she does to Wolf, turning him into this seemingly mindless soldier.
That's brutal. It shows the personal cost of her power. It directly impacts Cinder and Scarlet's circle, turning an ally or potential ally into a weapon. You just hope there's still something of the real Wolf left.
Yeah, you really do. Now, On the flip side of Levana's control, we see these alliances forming. Cinder's connection with Aiko, for instance.
Aiko's great, isn't she? An android showing real loyalty, affection, concern for Peony even. It adds this emotional core.
It really does.
Yeah.
And she's not just emotional support, disabling security systems. She's crucial technically, too.
She definitely blurs the line between AI and, well, person, invaluable to the team.
Then there's Wolf, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
Caught between Levana's control and his bond with Scarlet. That's a really tense dynamic.
Absolutely. That reaction he has to Scarlet's scarf, it suggests the control isn't total. There's still a connection there, a potential weak point in Levana's hold over him. He's such a wild card.
And Winter again.
Yeah.
Her defiance. That I will not. It's such a powerful moment. Plus, we see her kindness, her bond with Jowson.
Winter's resistance is inspiring. Her scars become almost a badge of honor. Proof she won't be broken. Her compassion makes her a moral counterpoint to Levana's tyranny. Where does she find that strength?
It's amazing. And you see this team starting to form around Cinder, right? Thorn, Scarlet, Wolf, Aiko, Cress.
Yeah, this unlikely group thrown together by circumstance. Their interactions, like Thorn teasing Cress even when things are dire, show this camaraderie building.
They need each other. And the Thorn, he's really evolving, isn't he?
He is. We'll get more into that with the escapes, but yeah. And Cress. Her tech skills are just vital.
Oh, completely. Scrambling signals, hacking systems. She's their lifeline in so many situations. And seeing her survive in the desert with Thorn shows she's got grit, too, not just brain.
Definitely. She proves her resilience time and again. She might not be a fighter like Cinder or Wolf, but her skills are just as important for their survival.
Which brings us to all the close calls. The escapes, the captures, Cinder breaking out, for example. That scene with the net screen, her own ingenuity, maybe with a bit of murky help from Dr. Erland.
That escape really drives the plot. It shows Cinder won't just wait to be rescued. And Erland's role, it's still ambiguous, isn't it? Is he helping her or using her?
Hard to say for sure. And then Cress and Thorn, after escaping the satellite, stranded in the desert. That really hits home how vulnerable they are.
That whole sequence, especially the Mirage, it's brutal. It highlights the physical and psychological toll of being on the run. Hope and despair all mixed together.
And this pattern repeats, doesn't it? Winter gets captured, Cinder gets captured, the whole group nearly gets caught in the pod ship. But they keep finding ways out. It creates this constant tension.
Exactly. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. It shows how relentless Levana is, but also how resourceful the resistance is becoming.
And like you said earlier, Thorn steps up, acting as a decoy, getting hurt. That's a long way from the charming rogue we first met.
It really is. It shows his loyalty to the group, his willingness to sacrifice, a big character moment for him.
So underpinning a lot of this is the mystery of Princess Celine. Kai's investigation keeps hinting that the official story of her death isn't solid.
Right. It suggests the truth about Celine could destabilize everything, which is why Kai is looking into it so carefully and why Levana wants it buried.
And then boom, Jessyn tells Winter, Cinder is Celine.
Huge moment. Suddenly, Cinder isn't just a cyborg mechanic or a fugitive. She's the lost heir, the key to Luna's future. Everything clicks into place politically.
It changes everything for her, which leads directly to her broadcast, claiming her identity, Celine Blackburn, heir to the throne.
That's just incredibly bold, a direct challenge to Levana. It's basically a declaration of war, broadcast for everyone to hear. She's stepping up, embracing this huge, unexpected destiny.
And finally, woven through all this is the lidomosis plague, Dr. Erland's research focusing on Cinder's blood.
Yeah, identifying her as the prime test subject. It connects her unique biology directly to finding a cure for this devastating plague.
So she's not just politically important. She might hold the key to saving potentially hundreds of thousands of lives. The stakes just keep getting higher for her.
Absolutely. Her immunity or whatever makes her special isn't just about her anymore. It's about the fate of potentially the whole world, or at least Earth and Luna.
Wow. So putting it all together, we've seen Cinder's true nature emerge, Kai playing these dangerous political games, Levana's power and her hidden cracks, and this resistance group finding its feet.
And it all revolves around these intertwined threads. The search for Celine's truth, the fight against lidomosis, personal loyalties, political manipulation. It's complex.
And it leaves us with so many questions still hanging, doesn't it? Like, what exactly is it about Cinder's biology? Will Kai find the proof he needs about Celine?
How will Levana respond to Cinder's public claim? What happens with the lidomosis cure? Can Wolf ever truly break free? How far does Winter's resistance go?
So much still unresolved. It really makes you think, doesn't it? About how one person's identity, their destiny, can get completely tangled up with these massive political forces.
Yeah, and in a world so full of lies and control, what does it even mean to be free? What are people willing to risk, to sacrifice, to find that freedom?
Definitely gives you a lot to chew on.